Hello friends and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to explore a very important quality in music production, and this one is contrast. Contrast is this quality that makes a song to sound like this to more like this, right? And this can be in terms of energy in the production, but it also can be in terms of instrumentation and so on. Because if the song sounds too much like this flat, it's gonna be too boring for most listeners in case there's something really magical with vocal or something that this song actually benefits from this production choice. But in most cases, the songs tends to have some kind of curve, right? You introduce some ingredients of music, the guitars and maybe piano, maybe some bass, and then you introduce something more. It could be drums or it can be some strings, and then you can introduce something else that can be some vocal arrangement or something like that. So throughout the song, you kind of take your listener on a journey of now it opens up to the chorus, and now it comes back to the verse and so on. So contrast is a beautiful and very important thing. So let's dive into one of my songs here where we can explore how contrast can be found in my verses of this song. Like I have 3 verses and each one sound different. And hopefully this can inspire you and give you ideas for your own songs, since this doesn't have to be difficult or tricky. It's more about finding elements that fit the song and work with the production. So yeah, let's jump in and explore the contrast in this song. So welcome into my song Fallen Behind. I've been doing this song for some videos now, and it's like a recent song that I'm producing. And as you can see, there's not so much things going on, right? There's just like a loop that I will replace later with my own MIDI drums, and the scratch vocal, piano, melody, a hook, a pad, 2 guitars, electric, and the organ and the bass. So just listen to this intro to get a picture of the song, how it kind of starts. Yeah, so the piano is just holding kind of simple held notes, chords with some in between, like. Right? And this diva is playing like a soft lead. That works really nice with the song. And this pad is just holding held like a couple of notes. Down here. And then we have 2 electric guitars. One is doing the arpeggio. And the other one is doing like fills. Yeah, so it kind of goes like this with the arpeggio. With the middle pickup. And the other guitar I can play a little bit to demonstrate. It's on the neck. something like that, right? And the organ is just playing a little bit like the pad, like long held, chords, but a little bit further up. Up here. And the bass is playing a little bit, almost get a lead roll together with this diva. So listen to the bass. So it's like this. Falling behind. Alright, so yeah, so we don't really need a lot of stuff for it to sound awesome. It's more about, finding sounds and how they play and how they kind of play together with each other for it to kind of work fine with. But it's not super advanced. Maybe the bass line is a little bit advanced, but other than that, it's just quite simple, right? But let's get into today's, lesson. It's about, contrast. So listen to this first verse, what happens after this intro. I'm falling behind, falling behind that finish line. So distant now. So you can tell it's most is taken out. It's just drums, vocal, and piano, which makes a great contrast to when all of these other instruments been playing before. So, and it also, like, this verse works really well just like this when there's only piano, vocals, and drums. And usually verses are smaller in terms of arrangement than choruses, right? For it to okay, here comes the verse, especially the first one. So you want the vocal really come in and take the lead center stage, right? So yeah, so this is a contrast to this one. And then when the second verse comes, then these friends can come back in, right? Like most of them, and they play pretty similar but a little bit different, so it's not exactly the same. So just listen to contrast from verse 1 until verse 2. So distant now, and I started out so full of life, legs getting tired, and heart's getting heavy, and I started out. Alright, cool. So we can tell is that guitar is playing pretty much the same as here with the arpeggio. Full of love. The piano also pretty much the same as before, but this other guitar is going up an octave here and play a little bit different, but it's almost the same melody here as this one, but just an octave up. So listen to this electric guitar right. Started out so full of life, legs getting tired, heart's getting. And then the organ, it's kind of much the same as before. Just a little bit up here instead. There's no pad here yet. It comes in here, And the bass is also playing pretty much the same, but actually an octave down from here. So listen to the bass. And I started out so full of life, legs getting tired, heart's getting heavy, but I keep on going. Here comes the first chorus, and then it gets a little bit bigger. But yeah, we're gonna focus on the verses. And what can be good to note is there's no plugins whatsoever here. There's just a little bit reverbs for the delay for the guitars, but other than that, there's just nothing, right? So that you don't really need a lot of plugins for it to sound great. It's more about finding sounds that really, sound good to start with. But it doesn't have to be, I have some fancy electric guitar, but it doesn't have to be fancy. It's more something that's decent. And, get the tone you like. And so, yeah. But this is verse 1 and verse 2. But listen now, here comes the chorus, what happens with the verse 3, which is still, I have not, yes, I have played it. So let's listen to this. Daniel in the den, God give me strength, time's gonna tell if I kept the faith, said I'd keep on. And then it comes to the chorus back, so there's just one verse. So this one is completely different from before. It's I bring in this acoustic guitar strumming. I just play the same, exactly the same or pretty much the same on left side and right side. And we can maybe bring it out all the way. Let's sound. And what's other than that is organ gets some more, lead roll up here, playing that. In the den, God give me strength, time's gonna tell. And the drums just keep on rolling, right? So everything is taken out besides this. So yeah, so we have definitely contrast from this one to this verse and this one, right? And also I introduced something new here by the end of this verse leading into this chorus, this electric guitar. So we can listen to this. If I kept the faith, said I'd keep on going. Right? So, yeah. So try this out with your own music. Like try and we don't need to sweat too much about it. It's kind of try to find something simple, but something that's musically working with your song. And the thing is, that you could say that we all have our own kind of style of music and our own unique flavors. So use sounds that you really like. Like start with those. Like I like, organs and pads, electric guitar and piano, and so on. And so kind of start with like put this palette of ingredients into your Logic as a templates that you always have, and you start with those, and you find, maybe I want actually something a little bit different this time, and then we can pick something else. like this diva synth. I was not expecting this one. Because I was maybe just gonna play it on the piano, but yeah, and this inspired also this bass line. So it's good still to explore a little bit, new territories. But I say we can keep to the meat and potato of our, sounds, our 10, favorite sounds, which usually is acoustic guitars, piano, electric piano, a pad, drums, and so on. All right, so I'll see you in the next video, and good luck with your music creation.